boy. Yeah, boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Likquidcash.
In order for you to be comfortable, you gotta be fucking rich, man. Yeah. The price of everything is going up. You dig? Yeah, your city, I know, the rent was cheap about 10 years ago, or the rent was cheap about 5 years ago. You got a new stadium in your city now. You got a basketball team in your city now. The price is going up. Everything is going up. Inflation. You got motherfucking the orange man raising the price of everything. The stock market is all over the place. We don't know if it's going up or down, or if it's moving sideways. We don't know what's going on, but the price of everything is going up. But you know what's not going up? You know what's not going up? Minimum wage. Yeah, that's staying the same, nigga. Yeah, that's staying the same. So you have to be able to, you know what I mean? Be able to go outside and really make something of yourself, really find different ways to get some money. You have to be an entrepreneur. They forcing you. They forcing you to be an entrepreneur because the price of everything is went up. Now, you could stay at your mom's house and get a regular job and be fine with that if you want to live a mediocre motherfucking life. But if you want to be Likquidcash and you want to really be out here, really get into the bag and really be out here trying to, live a boss life, you're going to have to find ways to be innovative. You're going to have to find ways to be of service and apply yourself to other streams of revenues. And hopefully those things can actually make you some money over time, but you got to stay motivated. You can't give up. You can't quit. Yeah, the world is crazy and a lot going on, but you got to stay motivated and you can't quit. So any one of my friends that ever come over to my place or they come and be in my vicinity and we kick it for a day or two, or we, do what we do, they always leave motivated. They always leave motivated because I just live a different type of lifestyle. See, they know me from when I was young, coming up and trying to figure out life. They knew when I was broke, busted, disgusted, and couldn't be trusted. They knew when I was out here just finessing and, profiling and styling and wilding. They know all about that. But when they see me now, they see me a little bit more refined. They see me really doing what I do best, being a different version of myself and just being able to reinvent myself at different stages of my life. When they see that, they commend that. You know what I mean? They salute that and they proud of me and I'm proud of them because they still didn't give up. Now back to my homeboy I was talking about earlier. The reason I spoke and I brought him up, is because he even confessed it to me and told me that at a particular time in his life, he just gave up. And I was like, what you mean you just gave up? He said he was dealing with some complication with his health, right? And he moved back in his mom's crib. And because he moved back in his mom's crib, he never had to pay no rent. And the fact that he was dealing with the complication with his health, when he got better, he got accustomed to just being in the house, ordering food, door dashing and just chilling. He said it got so bad that he was even door dashing pussy to the crib. You dig? That's how bad it got. He said he wasn't even going outside looking for women no more. He was door dashing pussy to the crib. He was door dashing food. He was door dashing women. He was door dashing everything he wanted, groceries, whatever it may be. He was door dashing it to the crib, so he didn't have to leave. He didn't have to pay no bills. He didn't have to pay no rent. Everything he wanted was at the tip of pressing a button. So he said he got stagnant. He said he got complacent. He got comfortable. And in his mind, he said he kind of gave up on life. And I was like, damn, that was kind of strange for me because I know him to be a hustler, a grinder, a person that was up early in the morning going to get it, a person that would be the first one on the block, the last one to leave the block. That's how I knew him. That's how I remember him. So for him to confide in me and tell me that, I was like, wow, that's crazy. It could happen to anybody. You know what I mean? And he told me, he said, man, you ain't never gave up. For some reason, you've been grinding for years. You never slowed down. And I must admit, I've never slowed down. I ain't gonna lie. At no point in my life I've ever slowed down. I've always been moving. God gave me a high tolerance and I commend him and I appreciate him for that because he gave me a high tolerance for bullshit. He gave me a high tolerance for pain, gave me a high tolerance for life so I can deal with the pressures of life. I can carry my burdens and the burdens of other people. I don't know why he made me that way, but I'm not arguing with him. I'm commending him and I'm praising him for giving me that ability to be able to carry the burdens of my weight and other people's weight as well and not complain about it at all. So when he was telling me this particular thing, I was like, wow, that's crazy. You dig? So him coming to New York, he said, man, it gave him a new surgeon of energy, a new surgeon of motivation. You dig? It sparked something inside of him. And I was glad and happy that I was able to do that for him, because I want to see my niggas just as successful as I am. I'm not a hater. I want to see my niggas win, and I'm gonna do whatever I could to help them win. So whenever he needs from me, I'm gonna provide that, because that's my H Boone Coon. I knew him from day one, from I was working at Stop and Shop. You dig? Working at Stop and Shop in the sawdust mill. I was working at Stop and Shop when I was younger. You might not know that particular grocery store if you're not from New York. It's called Stop and Shop. I was the dude that was placing all of the canned goods in the canned goods section. Yeah, that would be me. My boss used to catch me every night. I'll be there putting the canned goods inside the shelves, but I'll be sleeping. So I'll be like this. And he'll catch me and wake me up. And I'm like, God damn, I need to get some rest, because I was working 2 jobs. In the daytime, I was working at a sawdust mill where I was putting all the sawdust inside of a truck. And that's what we did, because the guy was selling the sawdust to a aqueduct racetrack. And I learned that anytime a horse piss on sawdust, it doesn't stink up the area. So they would sell the sawdust to the aqueduct racetrack, and all of the horses would be pissing on the sawdust. So I would be the one basically filling up the trucks with the sawdust, right? And if you know anything about that fucking job, you have to wear a mask, because sawdust will be all in your ears, your nose, your mouth, everywhere. Pause for you freaky niggas. And that's just how it was, you know what I mean? And I did that job for a couple months, because I had to work 2 jobs, because at that particular time, the first job wasn't paying enough, and I had to work 2 jobs. And I would work one job from 8 in the morning till about 5 in the afternoon, and then I would go home, rest for about 2 to 3, 4 hours, and then I would start the next job, the Stop and Shop job, at 11 p.m. and then work till 6 a.m. And that was my job cycle. I did that for maybe about a year, maybe 2 months, not 2 months, about a year and a few months. And that was the process of me moving and elevating in my life. But he knows me from those humble beginnings. So he knows he knows where I came from. He knows me, you know what I mean? And you know those friends that you got that know you. They know the real you. They saw your elevation. They saw the process, the journey, and everything. Because I always tell people a lot of times, success is not a journey, it's a destination. Or success is not a destination, it's the journey. Better yet, because it's what you learn along that journey. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say that again, because I know some of y'all be listening too slow. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. You feel me? Because what you learn on that journey is way more important than the destination. It's way more important than you achieving that goal. What you learn on that journey develops your characteristics. It develops who you are. And I've heard a wise man said one time to me, he said, watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, because it becomes your destiny.
Yeah. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Niggas can't fuck with me, man. That boy. It's Likquidcash, I need it all out the stash. I'ma get rich or I'ma get deported. Riding cross country, my Ford Taurus.